Hello, in this video we will be learning how to simplify radical expressions. So we have to assume that all the variables under radicals they represent positive numbers, right? Radical is this is our radical sign, right? So let us now solve one by one our all the problems and we will understand. So this is square root. Radical is this is a square root means power half. If we write this under this radical sign, then this becomes power 1 by 3. Okay, these are the powers. And if I write 4, so this becomes power 1 by 4. So this all we have to keep in our mind, right? Let us remove this and start our questions. So first one is we read it as a square root of 147. So what I will do is I will simply split it, right? Split it means I will factorize it. So 147 is divisible by 7. I can write it as 7 times 21. Then further I can split it as 7 times 21 can be written as 7 times 3, right? Now since this is under radical sign, 7 times 7, so this is 7 square, so I can take 1 7 out of the radical sign and my answer would be 7 square root 3. Okay, let us do the next one. This is square root of 22. I can write this as 2 times 11 and this dot means it is multiplied, so this can be written as 8 can be written as 2 times 2 times 2. And now I can simply write all under one radical sign, and there are 4 2's, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 11. So what it will be, I have 2 pairs of 2's, so 2 2's would come out and square root of 11 would be left. So our answer would be 2 times 4 square root of 11. Okay, let us do next. It is a square. So now I think you can understand, since it was 7 square, so I took 1 7 out. Now since this is a square, I can directly take a out, and b raised to 5 I can write as b raised to 4 times b raised to 1. Okay, then I can again do like b raised to 4 can be written as b square dot b square dot b1, this b1 as it is. Now we have b square, pair of b square, so I can take b square out and inside the radical sign remains b. Got it? Let us move quickly to the next one. Square root of 256. So 256 can be written as what? Like, can we write it in terms of 32 times something? 256 can be written. We can write 256 as 32 times 8. Yes, 8 2's 16, 1, 8 3's 24. Yeah, so we can write 256 as 32 times 8 and then this 32 as it is. So now I can split it. I can write 32 and this way and square root of 32. Very easy. I can now cancel it out. Yes, and then I am left with what? Square root of 8. Square root of 8 can be written as 4 times 2. Square root of 4 is 2, which will be out, and square root of 2 remain inside. So this is our simplified radical sign. Okay, now coming to the next 4. Okay, so 4 we can write as one more thing, we never leave our answer with radical sign in denominator, so it is 4 over square root of 2a. So what we will be doing, we will be rationalizing it. To rationalize, we will have to multiply up and down by square root of 2a. Okay, so now after doing this, what I will be getting is 4 square root of 2a over, Now square root of 2a times the square root of 2a would give me 2a, right? Now we will be cancelling the things. So 2 ones are 2 and 2 twos are 4. So we are left with 2 over a square root of 2a. So this is our simplified version. Let us move to the next one. So here it is square root of 18. Fine, we can split it as like 9 times 2. Now we are trying to write the numbers which are already squares. So 9 is square of 3. So that's why I wrote 18 as 9 times 2. And 225 is the square of 15. So now it's very easy. For 9 I can write 3. Square root of 9 is 3. And this 2, so I can take 1 out and up. We are left with square root of 2. This is our simplified radical of 18 by 225. Now let us do the next one. 48. Okay, we can write it as 6 times 8. 8 can be written as 4 times 2. And this is n raised to 6. Okay. N raised to 6 can be written as n raised to 3 times n raised to 3. Power gets added, right? And then down it is square root of 6 times n cube. So now since both are under this radical sign, so I can write the common radical sign. Yes. So common radical sign means under this common radical sign I can write this way. Okay, so now I can do the cancellations. So 6 goes out, n cubed goes out. So we are left with what? We are left with square root of 4, which can be written as 2 outside. And then inside the square root, what we are left with? This is 2, okay. N cube. Now n cube can be written as n squared times n. So now further, this is 2. For n square we can write n out, and under radical sign we are left with 2n. Okay, let's move to the next one. So this is what? Square root of 18 dot square root of 8. Fine. So this can be written as 9 times 2. Dot square root of 8 can be written as 4 times 2. Okay, so for 9 I can write 3 out. For 4 I can write 2 out. And then for this 2 and 2, again we have the pair, so I can take out 1. So 4 3s are 12 is our answer. Next, square root of 45. Okay, we can write it as 9 times 5 times x square, and y cubed can be written as y square dot y. So for 9, square root of 9 is 3, then x square, so I can take x, then y square, then I can take y. So what I am left with? 5 y inside the radical sign. So this is our simplified. Next, let us do quickly 44. So I can write it as 4 times of 11, and I can write x cubed as x squared dot x over 9 times x. Now what I will be doing? I will be cancelling this. Okay, and now square root of 4 is 2, down square root of 9 is 3, and okay, up x square is also under a square root sign, so I can write 2x and square root of 11. Okay, next. Oh, I can easily write now without this thing. See, this is square root of 16. So I can wait, let us write these steps. So square root of 16 times a square dot a. I wrote a cubed as this, and then under one roof only I can write this is 5 times a square. Okay, so now we can see square root of 16 is what? 4. a square. So I can take one a square out. And now what I'm left with inside my radical sign? This thing, 5a. Done. Next. This is 6 times root 3 times 7 and times the square root of 8 can be written as 4 times 2. So 6 sevens are 42 and this is square root of 4, so can be taken as 2 out, and then we have square root of 3 times square root of 2 left. So this is square root of 2, this is square root of 3 are here. Okay, so now our answer is what? 42 times 2 is what? 84 square root of 6. This becomes our answer. Clear? Next, this is 3 square root of 7 over square root of 20x. So what we will do? We will be doing rationalizing. So multiplying up and down by square root of 20x. So what we are left with, let us write here, this is 3 times of a square root of 7 times 20 times x under this sign, and below we are getting 20x. So I can write this as 3 by 20 x down, and wait, let me shift this thing because we are like little short of the space. So okay, oh, gone very down. Yeah, this much is enough. So I can remove from here and continue. So here I can write 3 times, now square root of 20 can be written as what? It can be written as 4 times 5 times x over 20x. So I can say this is 3 times square root of 4 is 2, and under radical sign would be then 7 5s 35x and this over 20x. So now I can cancel this. So our final answer for this is what? This is 3 square root of 35x over 10x. Okay, last but not the least, next question is 4 square root of 5 over square root of 8y. So again, yes, we will be rationalizing. So multiply up and down by 8y, and so now I will be writing this as 4 square root of 5 square root of 8y. So I can write 4 times 2 times y and down 8y. So I can cancel 4 2's, yes, and after cancelling I'm left with what? For this 4 I can take again 2 out, and under radical sign I'm left with this 5 and this 2 and this y, and down is 2. So I can cancel this 2, goes out. Yeah, so we are left with what? Square root of 10y. This is our answer. Let us check it. Yep. Okay,